Elon Musk just did something no founder has ever done. He took the most valuable private company on Earth and bet it on a chatbot. Inside his AI lab, there are Slack channels named after a rival's product. Not his product, theirs. The people who built his model keep leaving, more than 50 of them, 6 co-founders. And his answer is not a better model. His answer is the biggest public offering in the history of money. He even put a date on it. He said, "Mark my words." So let's check the words. Start with the paperwork, because the paperwork is the whole story. On February 2nd, SpaceX absorbed xAI. The rocket company swallowed the AI lab whole. It was the second swallow in a year. X went into xAI in March of 2025. Then all of it went into SpaceX. The combined company is worth about $1.25 trillion, private, for now. And the pitch attached to it, according to Bloomberg, is the largest public offering in history, which raises the obvious question. Why would the world's richest man staple his best company to his hardest problem? 3 days after the merger closed, he sat down and explained it. For almost 3 hours. The interview was with Dwarkesh Patel. 2 million people have watched it. Almost nobody clipped the part that matters.
So it's actually much cheaper to do in space. And my prediction is that it will be by far the cheapest place to put AI will be space in 36 months or less, maybe 30 months.
36 months?
Space. He is saying the cheapest data center on Earth will not be on Earth. Solar panels do 5 times the work up there. No night, no clouds, no batteries. That part is physics, and the physics is real.
So I don't think the servicing thing is an issue. But you can mark my words. In 36 months, but probably closer to 30 months, the most economically compelling place to put AI will be space. And then it will get it'll then get like ridiculous.
Mark my words. 30 months from that chair is August of 2028. And who launches all of that hardware? He answered that too, with a grin.
So SpaceX is going to be a hyperscaler?
Hyper. Yeah, I mean, if some of my predictions come true, SpaceX will launch more AI than the cumulative amount on Earth of everything else combined.
Is this
more AI in orbit than everything on the ground combined? That is the bet the merger exists to fund. Now hold that promise next to the scoreboard, because the scoreboard is brutal. OpenAI is reported around 20 billion in revenue, Anthropic around 10, xAI around 1, 20 to 1, and the man asking the questions said those numbers to his face.
are making like 20 to 10 billion, depending, like OpenAI is making 20 B revenue, Anthropic is like 10 B.
Close to a maximum profit AI.
xAI is reportedly at like 1 B. Like what's the plan to get to their compute level, get to their revenue level, and stay there as things get scaling?
Yeah, so as soon as you unlock digital human, you basically have access to trillions of dollars of revenue. In fact,
listen to the shape of that answer. He was asked about a 20 to 1 gap, and he answered with a number that has no scoreboard yet.
currently, by market cap, their output is digital. NVIDIA's output is FTPing files to Taiwan. It's digital.
Right.
Now, those are very, very difficult to...
high-value files.
They're the only ones that can make files that good, but that is literally...
NVIDIA ships files. Apple ships files. In his head, whoever builds the digital worker ships the only file that matters. It is a beautiful answer. It is also the answer of a man selling the future, because the present is not for sale. Because here is what the future talk hides. Inside the company, the target is not trillions. The target is one rival. This spring, Musk put a SpaceX veteran named Michael Nichols in charge of xAI. Bloomberg Businessweek got the internal picture. The mandate, as reported, every time Anthropic ships a Claude update, Grok answers it. The goal is to migrate Claude's users one by one. It goes further. Inside xAI's Slack, there are multiple channels literally named after Claude. His engineers organized their week around a competitor's product. And when Anthropic came up on camera, 3 days after the merger, you could hear exactly where the wound is.
But it's a solvable problem, I think.
You know, you mentioned you like Anthropic's work here. I'd be curious if you
Well, I don't know
planned.
everything about Anthropic.
Sure. What? Yeah.
Also, our journey is not mid. Stability AI is unstable. OpenAI is closed. Anthropic, misanthropic.
What does this mean for X?
Minus X, I don't know. It's
He jokes about the names. The Slack channels are not joking. Now the part nobody puts in a pitch deck. While the mandate said catch Claude, the people who could do it were walking out. Since the merger, more than 50 researchers and engineers who worked on Grok have left. Layoffs, firings, and people who simply quit. 6 co-founders are out. Musk announced a full reorganization 9 days after the merger. The core pre-training team, the people who actually build the base model, is reportedly down to a handful. And they are not vanishing. Meta and Thinking Machines are hiring them, name by name. One departing source told reporters the deadlines were unrealistic, and corners got cut on Grok to hit them. So the honest picture has 2 halves, and here's the half that surprises people. In July, the machine still shipped. Grok 4.5 came out on July 8th. It beats Anthropic's best on some coding benchmarks, loses on others, and costs about 7 times less. Even Musk did not oversell it. His words, roughly comparable to Claude's previous flagship but much faster, hold both halves. The lab is bleeding people, and the product got real. Both things are true, and that is what makes the next part matter. Because none of this explains the IPO. He does not need your money, unless he does.
speed is important. So I'm generally going to do the thing that I just repeatedly tackle the limiting factor. Whatever the limiting factor is on speed, I'm going to tackle that. So there's if capital is the limiting factor, then I'll solve for capital. If it's not the limiting factor, I'll solve for something else.
Capital is the limiting factor. His own numbers say why. Private markets top out at tens of billions a year. The bet needs more. Public markets, in his estimate, hold up to 100 times more capital than private ones. That is the tank he wants to drink from. And every time the interview drifted toward the offering itself, watch what happens. Twice.
That's why it's take it public?
Yeah, I have to be careful about saying things about companies that might go public. You know.
If you make general statements,
That's never been a problem for you, Elon.
You know.
And then you.
and as we said, we're solving for speed.
Yes, exactly. So that you can't hype companies that might go public. So
A man famous for saying anything, suddenly careful. That silence is the loudest thing in 3 hours of tape. And when someone asked if Tesla gets folded in next, he did not say no. He smiled and pointed back at the lawyers.
to build the factory to produce whatever you want.
Don't you need to merge XAI and Tesla then? Because these things end up so...
What were we saying earlier about how the companies go?
So the shape of the bet is now visible. Fold everything that burns money into the one name public markets will always fund. Rockets carry the story. The story carries the raise, which leaves the clock. Run the math on his own dates. 30 to 36 months from February 2026 lands between August 2028 and February 2029. The offering, whenever it comes, prices before that deadline arrives. Investors will pay for the words years before anyone can check them. Meanwhile, the scoreboard still reads 20-1. The Slack channels still carry a rival's name, and 50 of the people who built Grok now work somewhere else. None of that has to sink the bet. SpaceX was a joke once too, right up until it landed a rocket on a barge. But this time, he is not asking engineers to believe. He is asking the entire public market in the largest offering ever attempted. He told everyone to mark his words. In 30 months, the receipt comes due.